Alrighty, South Florida, this accident's still active here. This is I-95 going southbound just before you get to the Dolphin Expressway. You can see that these emergency vehicles are still here. You do still have those two left lanes blocked, which is causing some major delays for you. As you can see, you're kneeling at a standstill until you pass by it. I'll show you what that looks like on your maps right here. This is what we're looking at. All of that red in those southbound lanes of 95 is where we are seeing that congestion. It goes pretty far back all the way up toward the Golden Glades interchange. So definitely give yourself a little extra time if this is part of your commute. Otherwise, you can take 441 or US 1. Let's take you over to another area. We're seeing some delays a little further north. This is for my friends in Broward County. This is as you approach Hollywood Boulevard on the turnpike. You can see all of that red there. Speeds here coming in as slowly as 8 miles per hour. So that's no fun either. You can take 95 instead because 95 in this area definitely looks a lot better. But as you saw a little further down south, not looking so good. But your northbound lanes are always more clear on 95. The turnpike seeing these delays. I'm not sure why, but I will take a look at it for you and keep you posted on what's causing that. Let me leave you with some drive times on that note. 595 going eastbound, 13 to 7 minutes to get you where you need to go.
All right, welcome back, South Florida. It is 7:15, and we saw those storms developing over the metro coastal areas yesterday yet again, as expected. And we've got another day of these deluge of storms. And yesterday we picked up a good measurement of rain in almost every single city, just like the past previous days. Almost 2 inches in Miami, almost 1.5 inches Homestead, almost 1/2 inch for you in the Keys, Key West that is, and Hialeah almost 1 inch. As for rainfall chances, you notice today is definitely our highest chance, and we finally see a break from this weather pattern where we're going to see our rain chances start to taper off, which is fantastic news. It doesn't mean we're going to be rain free, but it does mean instead of seeing widespread to numerous showers and storms going into the weekend, we become more scattered to isolated storm showers and coverage by Sunday. Unfortunately, though, the next 3 days we're under that level 2 out of 4 flood threat today, tomorrow, and Saturday, because any more downpours over the ground that's already so saturated will poise for that threat. Hey, I also noticed some very low-lying clouds this morning over parts of Broward County. Miami-Dade is not nearly as thick, but the National Weather Service has hinted that because our temperatures are almost at or near our dew points, we are saturated, so therefore it's condensing the air very low here at the surface, and our winds are so calm, just moving in at 3 miles per hour. You can almost see the hazy conditions right here from our Pembroke Park tower cam pointed west and pointing more north. So I want to go to the visibility. As you can see, it looks as though we've got Pompano Beach at 6 mile visibility, 9 mile Fort Lauderdale visibility. So with that being said, don't be concerned if you see some of these low-lying clouds. We're not under a flood advisory or we're not under, a fog advisory or a fog statement. They're just stating that these low-lying clouds are causing some issues, especially when you see them from our tower cams. As for feels like temperatures, upper 70s and lower 80s get you out the door. We had some showers down by the Keys, but that rain has diminished, and we're just getting ready for the next showers and storms. We'll be ripe for those rains to start as we go into the afternoon hours. High pressure continues to dominate across the southeast and the northeast. Their weather is fantastic. Unfortunately, we're not going to tap into any of that. We stay ahead of this system today. Sea breeze storms develop. They push towards the metro coastal areas. We do it again tomorrow and leading into your Saturday. An additional 2 to 4 inches, maybe even higher in some areas are expected as we count the next 3 days. So that's a lot because we just saw 2 inches yesterday. We saw 3 inches on Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Flash flooding will be our biggest concern. Turn around, don't drown. Lightning, a huge concern too. Remember, thunder roars, get indoors. Headed to the beach or doing any boating, we have a low risk of occurrence for beachgoers, boaters. The bays will be at a light chop. For you in Miami-Dade, for you in the Keys, near shore waters at a light chop. Do want to remind you we are expecting minor coastal flooding. You know your area in the New River that has the next high tide at 10:45. National Weather Service put out a minor coastal flooding statement. We also have that statement for you in the Upper Keys. Next high tide at 2:20 this afternoon. Otherwise, keep that rain gear handy. Our flooding concerns for much of Miami-Dade and Broward will be coming from Mother Nature and those skies later this afternoon.
Straight out to your maps, my friends. Let's take a look at those 2 accidents I was just telling you about. You can see things are really starting to pick up on your maps here. In your southbound lanes of 95 is where you're seeing that big chunk of red. That's because you still have an active accident there. But let's start in Broward County. Let me show you here. You still have this as well, very active. The turnpike going southbound at Commercial Boulevard, you do have 2 left lanes blocked. So you can see it's a small pocket of red. Once you get past it, you are in the green, but things are moving as slowly as 7 miles per hour in that area. Let's take you over to that other accident I was just telling you about. This is as you approach downtown Miami. This is on the southbound lanes as well, going on 95, and this is as you cross the airport expressway and as you get closer to that downtown area, right? So it is some serious congestion that goes all the way north toward the Golden Glades interchange. Definitely take 441 if you're trying to avoid this. Hopefully it starts to clear up soon. Let's take you over to some drive times here. This is for my Miami-Dade County friends, my friends who take the Palmetto. This is going southbound, Northwest 154th Street to the Dolphin. Will take you 37 minutes, so not too bad just yet. And I-75 to the Dolphin will take you 38. Buckle up and be safe out there.
The white page right now.
I
think the camera zoomed in.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's foggy or if it's not working, but Julie's here to give us a better look at the forecast. Hey, Julie?
I like that if it's not working, Andrew. And Alex, South Florida, there's this one pocket of some low-lying clouds because look, Mount Sinai, beautiful, right? Miami is seeing nothing but blue skies and dry conditions, but right where our Fort Lauderdale tower cam, I'm going to show you. As you can see, our Pembroke Park Tower cam will show some of the low-lying clouds. Temperatures upper 70s and lower 80s, and as you look towards Hollywood, it looks fantastic too. Some of those clouds around are producing visibility down to about 6 miles in Pompano Beach, Fort Lauderdale too, but that won't last long. We are expecting another round of storms in the forecast as early as 2 p.m. going into the evening commute. So you have this morning to get the kids to school and get your stuff done till the early afternoon hours, and then the rainy repeat will be in place. Going to the rain on the radar right now, not much to talk about. We are seeing dry conditions with mostly dry conditions across Broward and Miami-Dade, but that won't last for long. Keep that rain gear handy. Going to the tropical update. So yesterday was peak hurricane season, and we talked about how we weren't watching anything that was so unusual. Believe it or not, later in the afternoon, National Hurricane Center was like, our models are hinting something could push off the coast of Africa with a 30% chance of development. More on your local forecast coming up.
South Florida, we do have some serious congestion over here. This is because of an accident. This is on the turnpike going southbound. This is near Commercial Boulevard. You can see this bumper to bumper traffic. That is no fun to sit in. So let's take you over to your map so you can see what that looks like. This right here, that little pocket of red, not your northbound lanes, but your southbound lanes is where we're seeing that accident. It is still very active. You still have 2 left lanes blocked there. As you saw that live look, that bumper to bumper, you want to avoid that. But your I-95, which is usually the route I would tell you to take instead, also has an accident there on Commercial Boulevard that's starting to clear up. It's definitely moving a little bit quicker though, so you might want to take 95 instead of the turnpike if that's part of your commute. Let's take you to another area, another accident here. This is not causing you many delays, but it's just something to be aware of if this is something you take. The Palmetto Expressway going southbound, it's the ramp to Sunset Drive. The right lane is blocked there because of an accident. You may see some emergency vehicles there, and it might just take you some time. You may want to consider getting off on the following exit or the one prior. The following is the Kendall Drive exit. Let's take you over to some drive times. The Palmetto Expressway southbound going southbound Northwest 154th Street to the Dolphin will take you 38 minutes, so not too bad this morning. I-75 to the Dolphin, 39. Be safe.
Today is an